Well, good evening. Ethan back for another beer review, and I'm going to be reviewing the Boatswain Chocolate Stout. I've heard the term Boatswain before. I think it's like a guy on a ship who I'm not sure exactly, but I think it's like the guy on the ship that oversees the order and discipline of the crew. First heard it in the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, actually. Boatswain beers are unique brews made in small batches. Our chocolate stout has aromas and flavors of dark chocolate and roasted malt with a tangy hop bitterness. Now, this is 5.4% alcohol, and it has 60 IBUs, which I thought was really high for a 5.4% stout. So we shall see how bitter this is. I got this at Trader Joe's. I got the single. I get a lot of singles at Trader Joe's. Good stuff to try and review. Let's go ahead and crack it. Yeah, like I said, I enjoy getting the singles. I don't have to commit to an entire 4-pack or 6-pack of a beer, and I can just try and review new stuff as I see it. And this was a very good price. It was like $1.99 for the can. For a 12-ounce stout, that's not bad. All right, generated a pretty good 3-finger head. Very dark appearance, quite dark for 5.4%. For a lighter, lower ABV stout that is quite dark. It's got a nice dark khaki colored head, light sort of chestnut color, maybe caramel. Let's get an aroma. I'm getting a little cocoa. Getting some like bready sweetness, maybe. This gets a 76 on Beer Advocate, a really good score. It's pretty good for them. And this is brewed by Rhinelander Brewing Co., LLC, out of Monroe, Wisconsin. 66 IBUs. Again, I was shocked by that IBU. I thought that was quite high for a 5.4%. The aroma is quite nice. It's faint, but like I said, the main aroma is kind of like a dominant cocoa, a little bit of a maltiness, like a breadiness. Heads down pretty quickly. There's not a whole lot of light at all passing through this. It's pretty much, you cannot see through this one. It's a nice dark color, especially for a 5.4. A lot of times with those lighter stouts, you will get a lot of red going through when the light hits it. Let's go ahead and try it. Okay, so yeah, you are getting a little bitterness, a nice malt bitterness, actually. It's quite hoppy for a stout, but it's kind of medium-bodied. I wouldn't say heavy, and it's certainly not light. It has a lot of flavor for a 5.4, but you're getting a bitter coffee kind of flavor. You're getting a little chocolate, although it's a bitter chocolate. It's not like a sweet, Hershey's chocolate or caramel. It's not like a maple mackinac or mackinac, whatever it's called. It's not like that one. This is more akin to me. This kind of reminds me of a Guinness Extra Stout. Not the foreign Extra Stout, the Extra Stout, 5.6, I believe. Kind of bitter, this one right here. It's not real sweet. It's dry. It has a nice toasted bready malt character, and you get a little coffee and bitter chocolate, and it's not a sweet stout. This is not by any means a sweet stout. It's nice, dry, and bitter, sort of like an Irish stout. Actually, for 5.4%, a lower ABV stout, this is actually pretty darn good. Again, 66 IBUs. You do get a little bitterness, but that 66 IBU is pretty well hidden because it's rounded out with the malts and the coffee kind of and the little bit of chocolate. It's not like IPA bitter, like too bitter. Like I find a lot of IPAs for me personally are a little too bitter. This one's a nice bitterness that complements the maltiness. I really like this actually. It's right down my alley. And at 5.4, it's quite sessionable. You know, it won't knock you down for the count. It's something you can sip and enjoy one or two of them and, you know, not feel bad, you know. And it has a nice mouthfeel and pretty heavy body, a full body for a lower ABV stout, like I've said before. I would get this again. Actually, I'm quite impressed with it. The Boatswain Chocolate Stout from Rhinelander Brewing out of Wisconsin from Trader Joe's. I didn't look up any reviews on it on YouTube, but I'm sure there's a couple. Hopefully, I'd like to see some, see what other people say about it. It's always interesting to see what they say. Wow, for a score, this one's going to get a pretty good score. Again, chocolate, cocoa, and coffee, but not sweet. Bitter and dry. But a nice bitterness, not an overwhelming IPA kind of bitterness. This is easily a 95 out of 100. This is quite good. Um, 95 out of 100 for the Boatswain Chocolate Stout. Solid A. Pretty excellent. Not many complaints. Well, really none. No complaints about this beer. It's exactly what a dry stout should be, in that it's not too sweet, it's not too bitter, it's right down the middle, and it's nice. It's a nice marriage of the two. So that'll pretty much wrap this review up. Go ahead and get another look at it. The Boatswain Chocolate Stout from Trader Joe's. Cheers, and thank you for watching.